After 16 long years, Mac Phipps is still behind bars for the killing of Baron Victor at Club Mercedes. But that may be the only thing about this case that remained unchanged. In fact, 5 alleged eyewitnesses to the crime have since signed affidavits, now claiming they were threatened, intimidated, or offered a bribe to falsely testify against Mac. Other witnesses say they were completely ignored.
All of them, not just one, but every single one of them has said how they were allegedly threatened, intimidated, charges were filed against them, if they even hinted that they weren't willing to go along with the prosecutor's case.
A young woman named Yulan James, for example, testified in court that she saw Mac fire the fatal shot at the club. Now, in her affidavit, she says she was coerced into giving that statement to police and never witnessed the shooting.
She revealed to me that authorities told her, well, hey, you're going to testify in this case, or, this was after she realized she was pregnant. They said, you're going to have that baby behind bars.
Larnell Warren, a friend of Mac's, says he is sitting in a car outside of the Phipps house later on the same night of the shooting when police order him to step out.
I'm being pulled out the car by Baton Rouge Police Department, telling me I'm charged for murder.
Larnell claims cops thought he was Mac at first, and then tried to get him to name Mac as the shooter. When he refused to play ball, Larnell says he got 1.5 years in jail for obstruction of justice.
It was like, what this guy mean to you? You can go home right now. Like, right now. They done came at me a couple of times, probation, this and that. I'm like, no, I would never say that you did it just to go home.
Never.
No.
But the biggest bombshell testimony comes about 2 weeks after that fatal night at the Club Mercedes. In all the confusion after the shooting, Mac's father says he heard a strange comment from a friend of the family, Thomas Williams, who was helping with security that night.
We're gonna proceed to leave. And he was basically telling me, well, I'm the one who should be leaving. I'm like, what you need to leave for? He said he should have been more careful. That was his word. He got somebody, he should have been more careful. And I'm over there like, should have been more careful. In other words, you're not making any sense.
Then Mac Sr. says it suddenly hit him. Everything made sense when he realized Williams fired that bullet that killed Baron Victor. And he went to see him with a heart-wrenching appeal for his son.
I mean, if your son was in a similar situation as my son is in, I say there was no way. Because, I said no way that I would let your son take a charge for something that I did. And he told me he was gonna turn himself in, but he disappeared for about a week.
You went to him man to man and asked him to do what was right.
Yes. I say there's no way that I would do that to your child.
Not long after that, William shows up at a police station with a minister by his side, and he unloads everything.
When I looked up, he was charging me.
Williams tells cops he was trying to break up the fight at the club when Baron Victor lunged at him with a broken bottle.
I was just standing there, I was panicking. I reached and I fired. Because I was nervous, I didn't know what else to do. I was protecting myself. I'm being attacked and I'm trembling and nervous and scared.
So it was inside your waistband?
Yeah.
Okay, but it wasn't no kind of holster?
No. Just panicking.
After you shot him, what happened?
Everybody just started running.
Williams says he dropped the gun at the scene before leaving. Despite his confession, police say no such weapon was ever recovered. Incredibly, they discount his entire story, saying the evidence doesn't match up. And Williams is never arrested or charged in the killing.
I'm not going to arrest him for that until I can prove what happened. For self-defense, self-defense. He didn't shoot him at all, I'm not going to put him in jail.
As their case started to fall apart, well, what are they going to do at that point? Go, well, we made a mistake. It wasn't actually this big name we got. It was just, nobody's security guy. They kept moving forward against Mac. He was the bigger fish in the case.
Now, Thomas Williams has virtually disappeared. Mac's family says they don't know for sure where he is. But even that doesn't stop what they call ugly rumors that Williams was offered hundreds of thousands of dollars to confess to the killing.
We didn't have that kind of money. And who are we going to pay to want to take a murder charge, first of all?
Nobody.
Nobody wants to take a murder charge.
They say somebody offered him, $250,000 to take the route. Where you gonna spend it on? Commissary? Really? $250,000? I'm gonna turn myself in for a murder? Man, come on.
But at least one man is still pointing the finger squarely at Mac Phipps as the shooter. Baron Victor's cousin Nathaniel Tillison claims he was only a few feet away that fatal night. Tillison was a major witness for the prosecution, but some say his story has a lot of holes in it.
Initially it was, I saw a person with a black handgun shot my cousin, and then it was, Mac had a chrome handgun, he shot my cousin, and he said he went running over there when his cousin was shot. And then in the next statement he was holding his cousin, looking Mac dead in the eyes when he shot him. And so each time his statement changed.
Up next, Mac fights back from behind bars.
I don't care if I never make $1 million. Again, I just want to give my family.
And the son, who's never seen his father out of prison, waits for the day his dad can walk free.
When I'm with my dad, I'll be happy.